Tasha, that's Steph. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest. We gon' eat a little, crank a little. Our story time is the best. Have you LOL when you click play? No, this ain't no clickbait. What's up, y'all? It's Tasha, and I'm back with another solo video. If you're new here, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the family. If you've been here before, welcome back. I think Stephanie is recording me on the on her phone. I don't know why. Probably for personal reasons, y'all. But y'all, I have chicken wings and Chinese food, y'all. Chow mein, fried rice, broccoli, beef without the beef, and chicken. So let's get into the video. All right, y'all. So I'm about to start eating. I do have somewhat have a topic. It's not necessarily a topic. What you thought I was gonna tell you? I told Steph to do a try not to eat with me, but she ain't prepared for that right now, y'all. That's all I'm saying. She's not prepared. So what I'm gonna do is talk about, I'm gonna kind of tell you guys some things that happened in my childhood. I'm gonna be somewhat vague because I mean I have siblings and family members whose business I may not want to tell, like exactly who, but just know it's family, you know. And I kind of want to talk about I want to talk about what I've been through, but not to get you guys to be like, oh God, Tasha, I'm sorry. I don't need that. I'm grown. I'm over all this stuff. I'm just trying to teach people who are going through the same things right now, young people who are going through that right now, or you have friends that are going through it or something like that, to how to get past it, I guess, or mask it, whatever. I'll be right back. Oh yeah. First, I'm just going to take it out of the box. I wanted the box here for the effects because I love watching these in movies, but don't work.
Why they have K-A-R-I?
I don't know. They trying to be different.
Carry out, boo-boo.
They different. Shoot. All right. I'm trying this chow mein. Y'all don't know. Maybe you do. I love chow mein. But it's very hard to find good chow mein. Chinese takeout, I think, has the best chow mein. It's good. I think I've had a big appetite today. What'd I eat?
Nothing. No.
Well, I ate half a quesadilla. That don't even sound like a big appetite. Never mind. Never mind, y'all.
Definitely was eating a lot.
That's what I ate yesterday.
I don't know. You was eating all day long. I remember that.
Oh.
You kept on saying you were hungry.
That was you, babe.
No, I was saying I was hungry. You was actually eating.
Oh, okay. They could season this a little. I have what do you call them?
Broccoli?
Yeah, I haven't had broccoli in so damn long. I forgot how good it is.
I like how green it is.
It looks nice and fresh.
They didn't overcook it. That's good.
Is this some beef? Yeah, okay. I hate when I don't cook food myself and then every little brown thing just looks disgusting to me. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. I always need this for my fried rice. And I like to have sesame oil. I don't feel like they put any sesame oil in this fried rice, and that's what I like. So don't ever use a whole lot of sesame oil, y'all. You only need a little bit. Oh, all right. Just finished my thumbnail, y'all. You got 1 second to get it, babe. Much better. All right. As much as I want to get up again, I'm not. I want some water, babe. Okay. Thank you. I'm getting to the story very, very early because I feel like I'm bad with trying to explain stuff on camera. In person, it's different. So I'm gonna get straight to facts. When I was a kid, I'll say around 6 or 7 years old, somebody close to me attempted suicide. Again, they attempted suicide maybe a few months later. First one was trying to jump out of a car, and me and my siblings had to try to keep them from doing it on the freeway. Another incident, they tried to put a knife in their mouth. I guess if they were gonna do it, they would have done it, right? They didn't do it. But the fact is they did it in front of me. Another time, they took a bunch of pills in front of me. I had to go to the hospital. For some reason, they made me go to like a 72-hour, like a crazy hospital or whatever, and put the person inside of this room with this man that was crazy, or a man that had a mental illness, and he hit the person. I might end up accidentally saying the person. If I do, oh fucking well. It is what it is. My point for telling you guys that's not it. It's some other things too. There's some things I don't want to mention because of family members. Like, I don't want to put their business out there. I saw a lot of trauma. I witnessed a lot of trauma, and I guess secondhand received trauma. Like, I'd say PTSD from watching all this stuff. I didn't realize it until I became an adult. And honestly, I didn't realize it until I was talking to Stephanie the other day. And, you know, I talk about stuff sometimes, but I never realize that it affected me. Because, I mean, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys to do. Do I know if it's the right thing to do? No, but it worked for me. I put up a wall, but not like disassociated myself at the time. I feel like I always made excuses for why things were happening. I always made excuses for the people that were doing bad things. And I made excuses for why I had to go through these things, or whoever around me went through, why they had to go through things. And it got me through my life. It got me through my life without trying to end my life or being bad to other people, taking out the things that I had gone through on other people, doing the same thing to my son, you know, putting him through a kind of pattern, you know, me blocking these things.
Can I say something?
Yes, please do. I need
you. So you said you made excuses for people. Mm-hmm. I think a better way to say it, because I mean,
Stephanie knows. So yeah, help me. Mm-hmm.
Is you understood that people had stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That everybody has things. Everybody is different. Even people that are older than us, people that we think are, you know,
there to protect us.
You know, exactly. They are human. Mm-hmm. Everybody's human. Everybody has their shit. And I feel like
that's what I should have said.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she was born very evolved, and she already could understand that, where a lot of people can't. It took me years and years to understand, or to be able to see other people's stuff and be able to not be angry and resentful, mm-hmm. because they're human too, mm-hmm. and they had stuff too. They may not have been able to grow from their shit.
Exactly.
So that's why they are at it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I'll give one example. Now, this is not going to be the same thing for you. It may be different with your family or this particular person, but this is how it was for me. This is what I believed. And even if it's not true, it got me through life. It got me through childhood, and I was able to live and be okay. One time my mom told me, now mind you guys, my mom was deaf and my mom was in an abusive relationship. So she was messed up. I'm not gonna go into her past. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna elaborate on anything except for say that was my mom. One time not one time, several times she told me, and my siblings, I wish you guys were never born. She said it many times. Now, my mother never put her hands on me. I think she might have hit me once or twice because I probably deserved it, you know, but my mom was not a physically abusive person at all. And she wasn't even emotionally abusive. This is the only thing that I can really remember as far as her saying something that she shouldn't have said to me, was her saying that. And she said it several times, but like I said, that's the only thing verbally that she's ever intentionally, you know, said was, I wish you were never born. When I was a child, I remember maybe about 6 years old when she first said it. That second that she said it, I did not cry. I didn't sit there and was like, oh my God. Not gonna expect a lot of people are gonna do that. Children, especially 8, 9, 10-year-olds, 6-year-olds, they're gonna be like, oh my God, my mom, you know. I instantly did not feel any pain. I felt like this woman is saying that because she's hurt. I knew. I was like, she's saying that because she's hurt. Because I think at the time, every time she would say it's like when she was crying or when she was upset or something was wrong with her. She wouldn't just say it out of the blue. Hey, I wish I never had you. You know, she would say it when something was going on with her. And I knew at that time that she's saying this because of whatever is going on. She either doesn't want us to be affected by it. You know, maybe we didn't mess up her life, but just the situation of her having kids, it just not working out, you know. And I never took that into my, do I remember her saying it? Absolutely, because you're gonna remember. But I didn't let it affect me because I didn't believe that my mother really meant it. A lot of people say things they don't mean, and you got to understand that people say things they don't mean. I've always been able to see why they said these things, not just taking my own. And it's not selfish to be hurt, but what I'm saying, I just was made that way from birth. To see my mother as a person that was hurting and needed help, and anything she did to me, I didn't feel like it was her fault. Yeah, it's part, you know, but I felt like, you know, she didn't know any better. Now, you know your mom. If your mom had a great life and everything's great and everything's wonderful and she's being treated good by everybody presently, currently, and she's just evil, then that's that situation. But if that's not the situation, you have to understand, well, where did my mom come from? How was my mom raised? How is she being treated now? How is she in society? You know, what's her mental capacity? Just, you have to take into account all the, I'm not just talking about your mom, I'm talking about anybody in your life. You have to take into account all these things, including siblings, brothers, sisters, friends, everybody. You got to take into account, these people can love me, but they don't know how, you know? So, I have a personal guilt that I still have now, and I can't give all that information, but something happened in my family. It has nothing to do with me directly or at all. I mean, it has something to do with me because of my feelings, but you know, I still love a person that did something bad to somebody that I love, you know, and I felt bad as a child growing up. When I learned this, I felt bad my whole life after I learned it, that I still love that person. I couldn't understand why, and I was angry at myself. Why do I love this person when I know this person did this, you know? And that thing stuck with me. Now as an adult, I understand that I'm a kid. You're gonna love that person. Now I don't know if I necessarily love that person or not. I'm honestly not sure. I think I do, but it's different. That's why in my life, I've had friends, I've had people that have done things to me. I would let people say things and I would just let it slide because I felt like they had, it's gruesome. Good as hell. I knew they had insecurities. And you would think, well, that's your friend. How could you let your friend say these things or do this or do it? Because they care. It's just something wrong with them. You know, now I will tell you this. Now I wouldn't be friends with certain people, you know, only because, unless I can help you. But if you're unhelpable, before I wouldn't say anything to them. I'm saying now I would say something to that person. Now I would be like, look, this is this. I know this and this. So what we gonna do? You know, as your friend, what we gonna do? Before I would just let them slide and let it be what it was, you know? Because I felt like, oh, they're hurt or they're insecure. So I'm not going to say anything back. I'm not going to respond because I already know I'm good. So whatever. I've always been that type of person. And I think that there may be a lot of other people that way. You're strong. You're strong and you're still hurt though. But you don't cry. I'm saying you don't cry. Like I cried when my grandmother died. I cried when my mom died. I mean, they'll cry, yeah, about things. But I'm saying about those things that happened. I don't blame other people. I don't go around treating people bad because, you know, I don't even say I had a bad life. I have seen a lot of bad things in my life regarding my family, and it was hard because these were my family members. We were close. I loved everybody, and I felt like nobody. I feel like none of my immediate family was happy. Like me coming up, I don't think not my siblings. Of course, my siblings couldn't be happy because my parents' parental thing, it just wasn't it. When I was in 7th grade, I wrote a letter to my counselor saying some things, but not incriminating. First of all, my parents never physically hurt me ever. I'll say that. My parents I was never physically abused or other abused. I was never physically abused, you know, which includes touching, everything, you know, I was never that, but emotionally and all that, yes. I wrote a letter to my counselor telling her that, and I pretended like the letter was from my mom. And I've always had bad handwriting, and my mom did not have bad handwriting. So I'm sure she knew it was for me, a kid. And I was basically saying things to kind of get, but I didn't want to say anything bad, so I didn't say too much. I was trying to get pulled out of my home and put up for adoption at 12 because I felt like I was in the wrong family. I felt like I had the wrong parent. They just weren't for me. I love them. I love my mom to death. I always loved my mom. I wished the best for my mother, but I didn't actually want to live with her anymore, you know? And it wasn't just her, it was my dad. I'm just mentioning him because I love my mom more than anything. So that's why I'm mentioning my mom. He could have just left when I was 2. But I'm saying all this to say, if not everybody is going to feel the way that I felt, not everybody can take what I took. So I'm trying to just tell you how to take it. You know, I don't know how else to say it. I'm trying to explain to you how. I ain't even eating, y'all. This ain't even a mukbang. Mukbang. Oh shit. It's 21 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
this might go on the vlog channel. I ate 1 piece of chicken.
Uh-oh.
All right, hold on. Let me eat a little bit.
My baby getting to talking.
I mean, I could. Cause I can.
I know it's crazy. I feel like we are a lot alike, but very, very different too. In so many ways. Like, I think we're both very strong, but we handle situations a lot differently too. You know what I'm saying? So like, your strength in the way that you have handled things, and you've helped me a lot to think about different ways to look at situations and look at people, really, you know, I guess being more understanding to different people's stuff. I mean, I'm still working on it, I ain't gonna lie. I'm still working on it because I'm very like, if you do me wrong, fuck you. That's my thing.
Let me explain something.
I still love you, but I'm not gonna let you keep on doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done.
Okay.
You know?
Keep going.
Whereas you're more like you, I feel like you give people a lot of chances and then you'll be all the way done. Where I will give another chance later, like, you know, I'm like, okay, you.
After you get over it or something?
Like, yeah, give me a little time and you tell me, hey, I done fix some shit, I'll give people chances later. I feel like you give a lot of chances in the beginning and then all of a sudden you be like, you know what, I'm done.
But let me tell you what.
What?
I only give hurt people chances. If you ever think about that and you ever kind of go back and think about even the ex, she was a hurt person.
Right.
I feel like I've only given hurt people chances, and that has to do with my mother. Because I shouldn't have given like people, friends or girlfriend, I shouldn't have given them chances. They weren't. But I think it had something to do with my mom. So everybody that was hurt or going through something, even if they did something wrong to me, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. In my head, there's a part of me that was like, F them, for sure. Once they're okay, I'm good. I just need them to be okay, and I don't know why. But they would never get okay, so I finally just had to go after years. But I think if someone I feel like is intentional, I feel like when somebody does something, when they're a hurt person, I always almost feel like it's not intentional. Right. That's a bad thing you shouldn't do because they could be doing it intentionally. But I always feel like something's wrong with them. So how can you don't even know how they would really be if they were okay? So that's why, so easy for me to give them a chance, and because I'm not really hurt. Nothing people do hurts me.
That's the difference between me and you. I think I am hurt myself.
Okay.
I was just thinking about that. Like, I think we have very similar feelings about stuff because I have been one to deal with people that have issues and try to like help them and stuff like that. But I think I am hurt. So it makes me just like, you know what, and
you gotta protect yourself.
I gotta cut it off. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's where I still need some growth, in that I'm not taking things that they're doing so personally and letting it hurt me like that. You know, so because I don't know, I really admire the way that you live your life. I do.
Thank you. But I think God has a lot to do with it. So let me just revert back to the video that we did. I'm gonna talk about the lady that came on there talking about that, basically saying we weren't godly people. I gotta explain something. We don't talk about God a lot. We don't. say grace or none of that. I don't have to. I don't have to say grace. I never say grace, and I never will. Okay. I have said grace like before I ate some hot noodles, or like if somebody else is saying grace, I definitely join in or say grace. It has nothing to do with me not being happy with, but I am very, 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 very close to God. Whether people believe it or not, I always have been. I've been from a child, and that is the reason why I'm able to see what I see. That's what I believe. That's why I can just be like, okay, am I an asshole? Yes. Will I cuss you out? Absolutely. And I would, do I say things I don't mean when I'm angry? Yeah, I can do that too. I can do all of the above. But that doesn't mean that I'm not close to God and God hasn't shown me things. God kept me alive when I could have died several times.
I think people get so caught up in society's standards. You know, if you don't do these things, that means you're not doing the correct, you know what I'm saying? Like, being close to God
has nothing to do with the book.
No, it has
nothing to do with the Bible. Now, if you read the Bible and it brings you closer, great.
Right.
You was already going closer. I mean, I ain't gonna insert my opinion on that. I was gonna say, if you read the Bible, it's just because you want to be closer to God regardless.
I don't have to do what the next person is doing in their day to be equally close to God or equally as faithful. I don't have to do that.
Nope. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm as close to God. I ain't going to say I'm as close to God as it gets. That's just being, I don't know what the word is. Presumptuous? I don't know. I don't even know what that word means. It's fine. But I'm very close to God. And I don't need to prove it. I say it. That's it. I don't need to prove it. I ain't worried about it.
Wait, the only person that needs to know is God.
Yeah, that's it.
Y'all ain't nobody,
that's it.
Nobody else got to know.
That's all. That's all.
We don't have to sit here and prove to anybody else our relationship with God.
No. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned about that. But I do get pissed off. I honestly get more pissed off. Like, people talk about us, our physical features and this. I laugh at it. Sometimes it annoys me, not because of what they're saying, but because I feel like it's rude to do that. That's what pisses me off. But for some reason, when people bring up God, I get really pissed. I get super pissed. I also had a bad day today. Just PMS or something, right? So I was ready to go off on a lady. I done wrote her 3 times. And I guess God deleted the messages. Okay, because I sent her a message, I responded, and then I went to go look and it was gone. Sent her another one, it was gone. I was like, okay, God don't want me talking to her today. He just said, nope, it ain't happening, sis. You ain't talking to her today because you done went off on this. I done called her. So I don't like people telling me what's not true. I hate being lied to, and I hate when people accuse me of something. Anyway, don't let nobody hurt you, y'all. You gotta build up a wall. You gotta understand that people are hurt. Hurt people hurt people. It's a long ass video, y'all. I'm telling you, just let it go. This is gonna happen to be a long video. Yeah. Hurt people. Even if that hurt person is your mom, even if that hurt person is your dad, they're still a human. Now, excuse me, when it comes to physical abuse, I don't condone that. No, it hasn't happened to me. So it's not like I have experience where I can say, oh, it's okay, they did this to me because it's happened to them. No. That's just different because now you're in danger. You're in physical danger. Danger of being killed, mutilated. You know, I don't even know if those words are gonna be good. Danger of being physically harmed.
Do you think emotional is less, like it
no.
should be tolerated?
No. Okay. I don't feel like any of it should be tolerated. Okay. I tried to get myself put out of my own home when I was in 7th grade. I was trying to get adopted, okay? I was trying to get adopted because I knew that was not, as much as I love my parents, I feel like, nah, this is not the place for me. This is not who I am, and this is not where I want to be. I let that translate into my adult life as well, in my relationships with my friends, with different stuff like that. And it didn't really do me that good, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because I chose those people, and I feel like I chose those people because of something in my past, you know. And I'm trying to give this to the teenagers. Don't choose those people. You know, you see those red flags, move away from those people, because unless you want to spend your life helping those people, and remember, if you try to help those people, sometimes if you're not strong enough to help them, because I wasn't strong enough to help any of those people. I wasn't strong enough to help them, so they brought me down. I was damaged even more, I feel like, as an adult than when I was a child, because I loved these people, like my family. I loved these people to death. So it kind of, I can't say it didn't matter, but I loved them so much. But when I got away, I was like, oh, like a relief. Okay, I'm grown. I can make my own decisions. Cool. I'm the creator of my life now. Great. But all I did was took my childhood and brought it to my adulthood, brought it to my relationships and my friendships. And I allowed the same things. And I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy for a very long time. And I wasn't happy with my relationships, but I was still happy with me. I was still happy. I like being by myself more than I like being with them. I was happy with my son. And as far as relationships, not until I got into a relationship with Stephanie. Now, I had other relationships, little people or whatever, but I didn't get into a long-term relationship with those people. And it's funny because those people seemed like regular people. But then I got with Stephanie and it was totally different. And there was like something pulling me from her, this regular person. Shit, when I found out she was irregular, that's when I wanted that. I'm just playing. No. So at some point, I mean, because we just kept coming back together. And finally, it just, I actually did some soul searching, I remember. And I did some spring cleaning. I got rid of all the negative energy that I had, or most of it. And that was people, that was stuff in my life. And me and her just, I think 2014 or 2013, we did it. Everything changed. I changed. I became, I let go of all the bad and, you know. So, I don't know, y'all. I hope I explained myself well. I hope somebody got some words of encouragement. I hope somebody understands that what people do don't have nothing to do with you. How they treat you don't have nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Don't allow the way someone makes you feel, if it's bad, don't allow that person to stay in your life. You know, you gotta, and if you have no choice because it's a family member or a parent, remember something's wrong with them, okay? And that's all, y'all. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think. We got a vlog channel, Steph and Tasha Vlogs. Link is in the description below. Set your notifications to all so you'll be reminded of daily uploads, live streams, premieres. Until next time, only good.
Bye.
Peace.